Cities metropolitan area, a winter storm warning remains in effect until 9 a.m. for the following counties in Minnesota: Anoka, Carver, Chisago, Finnegan, and Scott. In Polk, Wisconsin, a winter storm warning remains in effect until 9 a.m. for the following counties in Minnesota: Dakota, Ramsey, Rice, and Washington. In St. Croix, Wisconsin, a winter weather advisory remains in effect until 9 a.m. for the following county: Goodhue, Minnesota, and Pierce, Wisconsin. Now here is the hazardous weather outlook for portions of central and southern Minnesota and west central Wisconsin. For today and tonight, snow will wind down from west to east this morning. Patchy blowing snow will continue through the day. And now the extended outlook for the period Thursday through Tuesday. Accumulating snow is likely Friday night and Saturday. Spotter information statement. Spotters and snowfall observers are encouraged to report snowfall amounts to the National Weather Service. The Twin Cities, Minnesota climate summary for yesterday, November 25th, 2025. Yesterday's high temperature of 46 degrees occurred at 4:22 p.m. The record high is 62 degrees, which was set in 1914. Yesterday's low temperature of 31 degrees occurred at 11:59 p.m. The record low is -18 degrees, which was set in 1880. 0.39 inches of precipitation fell yesterday. 0.3 inches of snow fell yesterday. The normal high temperature for today is 37 degrees, and the normal low is 23. The record high for today is 62, which occurred in 1914, and the record low is -16, which occurred in 1977. Sunrise today is at 7:25 a.m., and sunset is at 4:35 p.m. Now the forecast for the Twin Cities metropolitan area. Today, windy, mostly cloudy. Chance of snow early in the morning, then slight chance of snow late in the morning. Patchy blowing snow through the day. Near steady temperature in the upper 20s. Northwest winds 20 to 30 miles an hour with gusts to around 45 miles an hour. Chance of snow 50%. Tonight, decreasing clouds. Lows in the lower 20s. Northwest winds 10 to 20 miles an hour. Gusts up to 35 miles an hour in the evening. Thanksgiving Day, partly sunny. Highs in the mid-20s. Northwest winds 10 to 15 miles an hour. Thursday night, decreasing clouds. Lows around 16. Northwest winds 5 to 15 miles an hour. Friday, partly sunny. Highs in the mid-20s. Friday night and Saturday, snow. Moderate snow accumulations. Lows around 20. Highs in the mid-20s. Chance of snow 90%. Saturday night, mostly cloudy. Chance of snow in the evening. Lows around 11. Chance of snow 40%. Sunday, partly sunny. Highs around 18. Sunday night and Monday, partly cloudy. Lows near 0. Highs around 13. Monday night and Tuesday, mostly cloudy. Lows around 1. Highs around 17. Again, the forecast for the Twin Cities metropolitan area for today: windy, mostly cloudy. Chance of snow early in the morning, then slight chance of snow late in the morning. Patchy blowing snow through the day. Near steady temperature in the upper 20s. Northwest winds 20 to 30 miles an hour with gusts to around 45 miles an hour. Chance of snow 50%. At 7 a.m. in the Twin Cities, light snow was falling. The visibility was 2 miles. The temperature was 27 degrees. The dew point was 22, and the relative humidity was 81%. The wind was northwest at 23 miles an hour, gusting to 37. The wind chill was 12. The pressure was 29.91 inches and rising. Around the metro, snow was falling with a temperature of 27 at Lakeville, 28 at Eden Prairie, St. Paul. At St. Paul, snow and fog were reported with a temperature of 28. Across the rest of Minnesota and Duluth, snow is falling with a temperature of 22. At Brainerd, haze was reported with a temperature of 25. Mixed precipitation was falling with a temperature of 26 at St. Cloud, 21 at Hibbing, and 22 at Alexandria. It was cloudy with a temperature of 24 at Bemidji and 26 at Marshall. At Rochester, snow and fog were reported with a temperature of 26. At Mankato, snow and fog were reported with a temperature of 26. At International Falls, snow and fog were reported with a temperature of 22. Around Wisconsin, snow is falling with a temperature of 24 at Rice Lake, 32 at Madison, 34 at Green Bay, and 35 at Milwaukee. It was cloudy with a temperature of 26 at Osceola and 31 at Wausau. At Eau Claire, snow and fog were reported with a temperature of 25. At La Crosse, snow and fog were reported with a temperature of 28. Across the eastern Dakotas, in Sioux Falls, snow is falling with a temperature of 27. It was cloudy with a temperature of 22 at Fargo and 26 at Watertown. In Iowa and Des Moines, it was mostly cloudy with a temperature of 32. In Sioux City, it was cloudy with a temperature of 30. At Mason City, snow and fog were reported with a temperature of 26. Once again at 7 a.m., in the Twin Cities, it was 27 degrees and the wind chill was 12 with light snow. This is weather radio station KEC 65 Minneapolis, St. Paul. On a frequency of 162.550 megahertz. Serving listeners throughout much of east central Minnesota and west central Wisconsin.